Good afternoon, Joe Astorini, BSB WOR502, Lead and Manage Team Effectiveness. Task 2. Question number 3. PowerPoint. Okay, so welcome to the meeting this afternoon. I want to congratulate you all on your outstanding expressions of interest that myself and Tim received. We are very excited to think that we have such calibre and expertise in our employees. So thank you once again. You are at this meeting because your application was successful and you are now part of the team for the Echo Communications Call Centre Upgrade Project for 2015. So before we start, I'll just quickly go around the room in clockwise fashion or order as an introduction. So my name's Sam Lehman. I am Senior Manager for the Sales and Business Development cohort, but I've also been allocated Team Leader for the project. On my left is Daniel, or as he prefers to be known as Dan Goodwin. He's the Department Head from the call centre. Beside Dan is Sarah Bazant, is Team Leader for the call centre. Busily scribing down there next to Sarah is Louise Caban. She is our Administrative Assistant and Senior Management. Beside Louise is Marissa Leone, Sales Officer from the call centre. And next to Marissa is Jacinta Radisson, Warehouse Clerical Officer. And last but not least, Jamal Kapitra. He's Team Leader, Design and Development in Technology. So welcome aboard. Once again, Tim wanted me to make sure that we expressed how much we value each and every one of you and what experience and expertise you all bring to the team. So thank you once again. Now, before we knuckle down and get into the pointy end of the meeting and planning, we want to ensure that we get the most out of our team. So we're going to set a few ground rules. So the first ground rule is we are going to use the consensus-orientated decision-making. Have you or any of you heard of this or used it before in teams? Okay, no one answered or replied, so I assume that none of you have used it. Look, it's pretty simple. Just quickly wrapping it up without getting too bogged down in it. But this process gives all members involved in the team in developing the plan and solution for the centre upgrade. It gives members the feeling of ownership and gives you a say in what is happening with the upgrade. It is you guys that are at the front end of the call centre, so we value your input and expertise. It also, we want to encourage our team members to think creatively and innovatively and fear not being judged. So that's really important. So that's why we thought we'd introduce that from day one and at the beginning. The other thing is team conflict. We hope not to have any conflict, but if we do, we are going straight to the Sandler training, ways to deal with team conflict effectively. It's also pretty straightforward. What you do is you just quickly list out the facts, the assumptions that have been made, you write them down, you have the complex facets of the argument, and if the argument is lacking reasoning, then we will resolve it immediately. This process examines the information as a group, and it prevents that possible issue of favouritism from team members. It also prevents irrational arguments. Look, we hope not to have to deal with team conflict, but hey, if we do, some of our valued team members are actually experts in team conflict, and probably if we do only have any team, it is healthy, but we can also quickly resolve it. It's okay, so just quickly moving on, we've got the proposed system change. It's an automated call system for tracking and managing sales and technical assistant issues. Initial trials will use the product Flash Desk, which offers a system that provides all that is needed to track problems and manage issues. It provides links with the traditional channels of email, phone and chat, social media, and can be also added to mobile applications for recording issues that occur on the go. In conjunction with this trial, a new automated telephone system and free call number will be implemented, resulting in calls being automatically directed to either sales or technical assistant call centre officers as appropriate. Job roles. The trial is to commence in 2 weeks with training in the use of Flash Desk. First, managers and senior call staff will train next week, and then the relevant team leaders will then manage the flow on training and or information sessions within their sections as appropriate. The recruitment process for the employment of additional call centre staff will commence immediately. The other issue Tim Field wished me to address was the rumours of possible merger or takeover by a larger organisation. Look, we want to acknowledge that these rumours are not correct. They are false. If anyone feels that their staff or their jobs might be in jeopardy, then Tim Fields assured me at the meeting we had that he has no plans to enter into discussions and with other organisations at this time, and no retrenchments will occur, and the introduction of computerised customer management and sales. So, let's take a breath. Question time. Has anyone got any questions? The other thing, as we're moving through the PowerPoint, if you do have any questions, you'll see on the table there are post-it notes provided. So you can just jot down your question and that way you don't forget them for our next question time. But moving right along, we're doing some brainstorming. This is where you get to have your say. We once again value your input and your expertise, so this is your opportunity to help and assist us in creating our call centre upgrade plan. So we're going to brainstorm goals, plans, objectives, the team purpose, our KPIs, our roles and responsibilities, team support, performance outcomes. We're going to brainstorm each idea for 5 to 6 minutes. Louise will scribe on the butcher's paper or the 3MP post-it sticky notes. After that, it's where to from here. Then Sam, Louise and Daniel, so that's myself, Louise and Daniel are going to create a team performance plan. You will also be given the communications management plan. we will then have another meeting, resubmit and have another resit and have another meeting where we can finalise the performance plan, communications management plan. So are there any more questions? Okay, I'd like to thank you all for attending this afternoon, and we have a complimentary afternoon tea for being served now. Thank you for coming.